The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That quote describes the economic inequality phenomenon where wealthy individuals tend to accumulate more wealth while impoverished individuals face increasing deprivation. My name is Rani Maharani, the representative of SIA Dharma Negara for Pemilihan Mahasiswa Berprestasi 2024. I stand here before you today to discuss the persistent issue of inequality in Indonesia, where the gap between the affluent and the impoverished continues to widen. In March 2023, the Gini ratio, a measure of income inequality in Indonesia, was recorded at 0.388 according to the Indonesia Central Statistic Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, this figure represents an increase of 0.007 compared to the Gini ratio of 0.381 in September 2022 and 0.004 compared to the Gini ratio of 0.384 in March 2022. To illustrate the issue, the widening wealth gap between the rich and the poor in Indonesia is a significant challenge addressed by Sustainable Development Goals number 10, which aims to reduce inequality within and among countries, especially in Target 10.1, focusing on income growth for the bottom 40% of the population. Here, I would like to deliver a personal speech to address the issue of inequality in Indonesia. So, what is the major problem of this issue? Allow me to shed light on the problem. While discussing inequality in Indonesia, one of the significant issues is limited access to quality education, particularly in rural areas, as highlighted by a recent study by LPM of University of Indonesia 2023. My first focus is on the growing segmentation in the labor market, which exacerbates inequality by limiting economic opportunity for certain groups. Second, unequal land distribution further perpetuates inequality as it reduces access to resources and economic opportunities for marginalized communities. By addressing these root causes of inequality through initiatives such as improving access to education, reforming the labor market, we can work toward creating a more just and equitable society for all Indonesians. Ladies and gentlemen, it is essential for us to recognize the urgency of addressing inequality in Indonesia. Our nation cannot thrive when a significant portion of our population is marginalized and denied equal opportunities. At the heart of our effort to combat inequality lies a fundamental principle of justice and fairness. By allowing inequality to persist, we not only perpetuate injustice, but also hinder out collective progress as a society. Yet, we must not lose hope. Their major problem can be addressed through various solutions that I am going to explain. First and foremost, we must prioritize equal access to quality education, especially for underprivileged communities. Education serves as a powerful tool for empowerment and is essential for driving social mobility. Second, we need to strengthen social safety nets by implementing measures such as scholarship, healthcare subsidies, and job training programs. This initiative will provide vulnerable population with a critical safety net and offer them the opportunity to climb the socioeconomic ladder. Lastly, we must implement a more progressive tax system. This will ensure that those who earn more contribute proportionally to society, allowing resources to be redistributed to support those who need the most. Collaboration among various stakeholders is crucial in this endeavor as it requires collective effort and commitment from government, businesses, civil society, and individuals alike. Ladies and gentlemen, as mahasiswa berprestasi, I firmly believe that building a more equitable Indonesia is not just a dream, it's a necessity. By working together with a spirit of unity and compassion, we can bridge the inequality gap and unlock the full potential of our nation. Let us create a society where everyone, regardless of background, has the opportunity to thrive. Thank you.